Most people kind of just drift through life, right? They're constantly reacting to whatever gets thrown at them. But then there are those select few. They don't react. They're the ones shaping their own reality. So today, we're going to unlock the 16 laws of psychological power that let them operate on a completely different level.
Yeah, that's the core of it. They don't just react, they orchestrate. And that is the fundamental mindset shift we're really diving into here, because it all comes down to a crucial truth they understand about the world.
And what is that truth? Well, it's this. Life is an internal war. Seriously, it's a constant battle between the person you are right now and the person you could become. And if you want to win that war, the old rules just won't cut it. You need a completely new blueprint for power.
All right, so let's jump right into part 1, presence and perception. Look, before you can even think about wielding power, you absolutely have to master how the world sees you. It all starts there. Okay, this brings us to our very first law. Stand above the crowd. Let's look at this example. Over here, you've got Carlo. This guy is working like 18-hour days, just grinding away, but he's totally invisible. And then you have Jems. Jems works hard too, for sure, but he makes a point to be seen leading. So what happens? Of course, Jems gets the promotion. The lesson here is so important. Being excellent isn't enough if no one sees it. It's just wasted potential.
Now, Law 2 is brilliantly counterintuitive. It's play yourself down. I mean, think about it for a second. It's like a hunter who acts like the prey. It lures the target right in. When you let your rivals feel like they're smarter or better than you, their guard just drops. And while they're off admiring themselves, you're quietly gathering everything you need to win. And that idea builds perfectly into Law 3, effortless achievement. The rule is simple. Never, ever let the world see you sweat. When you pull off something amazing, don't go on and on about the all-nighters and the struggle. Nah, you act like it was easy, like it was natural for you. This creates this aura of untouchable talent. It makes people think you're just built different. Okay, the final law in this section is a huge piece of advice. Beware the giant shadow. Here's the deal. If you try to replace a legend, you could be twice as great and people will still think you're just good. The much smarter move? Find something that's broken, a failing project, a chaotic team. Rebuild it from the ashes. Then you're not just some successor, you're a savior.
Okay, let's move into part 2, the power of silence. This is all about mastering what you don't say. So Law 5 is all about hiding your true intentions. It's simple. In any negotiation, whoever seems to want it more loses, every single time. You walk onto a car lot and tell the salesman, "This is my dream car." Well, you just handed them all the power. The key is to act indifferent. Never, ever show your hand until you've already won. Which brings us to Law 6. Mind your words. There's a great saying for this. When you speak less, your words carry the weight of a hammer. See, the more you talk, the more you dilute your own importance. But when you're concise and deliberate, every single word hits hard. Plus, it keeps you from slipping up and saying something you'll regret. Okay, this next one is a huge one. Law 7. Set your anger aside. Getting angry, it's just an emotional leak. It's like a big flashing sign that points directly to your insecurities. You want to know the truly powerful response? Ambivalence, total indifference. Ignoring someone, acting like they're not even there, that is way more brutal than yelling. It completely strips them of their significance. And that brings us to Law 8, the calm rush. Think about it. Have you ever seen a truly powerful person looking frantic? No, because rushing is a dead giveaway that you're anxious and not in control of your own time. Even when everything is hitting the fan, you have to project this exterior of calm. If you can master your time, you can master your life.
All right, we are now entering part 3. This is where we take all these ideas and apply them to the real world by mastering social maneuvers.
First up, Law 9, actions over arguments. Look, you can win a debate and still lose the war. Why? Because all arguing does is make people defensive and resentful. So stop wasting your breath trying to convince them. Just show them. Your results will do all the talking for you. It's the only argument that actually works.
All right, Law 10 is going to sound a little crazy at first. Hire your enemies. But just think it through for a second. Your friends, they can get complacent, they might feel a little entitled, but a former enemy, someone you competed with, they have everything to prove. They are going to work twice as hard just to show you how loyal they are.
Next up is Law 11, and it's brutally practical. Appeal to self-interest. As the quote says, the world doesn't run on gratitude, it runs on incentives. So stop asking for favors and hoping people will be nice. It's a losing game. Instead, frame every single request around what's in it for them. Show them how they win, and I promise you, they will move mountains to help you. Okay, let's look at Law 12, support your superiors. This is such a critical piece of workplace strategy. Don't try to outshine your boss. Your job is to make them look like a genius. Because when you're the one who makes them look good, you become absolutely indispensable. And guess who they're going to bring with them when they get promoted? You.
And that brings us to our final and honestly, probably the most important section. Part 4, forging internal discipline. Everything we've talked about so far is external. This is where the real war is won.
First step, Law 13, cultivate raw confidence. And let's be super clear here. This has nothing to do with being arrogant. This is about what happens when your own brain is screaming at you to quit. True power is built in those tiny, agonizing moments when you decide to push forward anyway. You just stack one small win on top of another, and that's how you build something unbreakable.
Next, Law 14 is all about strategic freedom. Avoid pointless commitments. You have to maintain your independence. That way, you don't go down with a sinking ship. It gives you the flexibility to pivot, to move to the winning side when you see the opportunity. At the end of the day, your only real, permanent commitment is to your own growth, period.
And this visual right here perfectly explains Law 15. Stay concentrated. On the left, that's what most people's energy looks like, right? Spread thin across 5 different things and getting mediocre results in all of them. But on the right, that's powerful focus. All of that energy is channeled into one single purpose. You got to be a laser beam, not a floodlight. The focus is intense, but the rewards, they're exponential.
And that brings us to our final law, number 16, the law of calculated value. This is all about understanding when and where to spend your money. Yeah, be cheap in your private life, save your cash, but when there's an expense that will increase your power, we're talking education, your image, your network, that is no longer an expense. That's an investment in yourself.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? These 16 laws, they aren't just some cool theories to think about. They are practical and, yeah, sometimes kind of brutal tools you need to survive in a very competitive world. You have to remember, you are the architect of your own power.
And that leaves us with one final and really crucial question to think about. See, the thing is, it's not a matter of if you want to play this game. You're already in it. So the only real question is this: are you going to learn to use these tools for yourself, or are you just going to stand by and let them be used against you? The choice is all yours.